What's going on, YouTube? It is Al Pacino here, and we are going to be going over Battle Royale. There's some things I already know because when I was contracted to work at EA, I was QA tester for Apex Legends and Battlefield, and we did test out the Battle Royale. Unfortunately, because the Battle Royale isn't out, I still can't say anything, even though I don't work for EA anymore. I cannot break the NDA. I do not want to get sued. I don't have the money for that. So there might be some things I could say or some things I cannot say, depending on what's in here. So I've heard people talk about this, about the Battle Royale testing and everything. I have not done the, Battlefield Labs testing. And I already know there's a leak out there. There's a 12-minute gameplay of the Battle Royale that somebody leaked out there, which I honestly, with NDAs and stuff, I don't know if they're enforcing it or not, because they keep saying NDA, but then people are leaking it anyway. So let's go ahead and get into the Battle Royale and see what they were saying. So they said Battlefield Labs community update Battle Royale testing. They said that this week we began testing a new addition to our Battlefield universe, a Battlefield built on Battlefield's unique DNA. Information and feedback from the players in Battlefield Labs will be incredibly valuable in helping to refine and deliver this experience. The details below are intended to help players understand our philosophy for this mode and to provide context for participants in the upcoming Battlefield Labs test so that they can jump right into the action. So again, they're going off of people's feedback, players' feedback when playing Battlefield Labs, or when participating in Battlefield Labs, and seeing, what are people talking about, what discussing, and I think it's going to be in the Discord is where they're, people are putting their thoughts and everything like that. I know in the past it used to be on Slack, but I'm not sure if that went away. I used to have Slack, but when I worked for EA, and had access to the Battlefield Labs thing, but I'm not sure if they got rid of it or people are still using it. Not entirely sure. So anyway, Battle Royale, the Battlefield way. Okay. So they said that we see a great opportunity to infuse the core Battlefield pillars of class-based squad play, which is good. Tactical destruction, yes. Vehicle combat into Battlefield into the Battle Royale genre to create a high-stakes and adrenaline-pumping gameplay experience. This Battlefield twists on the classic formula, so you can expect to find all the core principles of Battlefield taking place within this mode. Gadgets, explosive, destructive environments, and vehicles can all be used to secure the win. Now, when people are saying vehicles, when you hear vehicles, a lot of people are thinking like it's all the vehicles in Battlefield now, including attack choppers and jets. Now, just saying, I don't think it's going to be all the vehicles. It's just some vehicles in there. Obviously, you're probably going to have like some sort of transport, like you have either some type of 4-person vehicle, have a quad, something like that, obviously to get around the map, because if you do not, then it wouldn't make sense like having a map so big, right? So yeah, that's one of the things is like, you're going to need like that little transportation. Now, if it's like tanks or like APCs, like light-based tanks and stuff, that's something I don't think that's going to be laying around. So then say Battlefield at its core. Key elements can expect in this test. So people that are going to be testing it. They said the map. So Battlefield is no stranger to epic maps, and this all-new map has been built for the Battle Royale experience. It features a diverse array of tactical points of interest, so multiple POIs, each with distinct layouts and themes that offer a unique gameplay opportunities. Now, I'm going to say this because it was already in the leak. There are different areas. So people are saying like there's a marina area. There's like, so there's like some, it looks like naval stuff that you can do. The downtown area that you could just literally clearly see right here. There's like the downtown area. And then it looks like in the back, there's like a forest area. So there's like grassland and stuff like that. So that's what I'm guessing that's what they're meaning, having tactical advantage, like depending on the environment as well. Vehicles, here we go. It said that players can find common transport vehicles around the map, like I was saying, and even unlock powerful armored vehicles to turn the tide of battle. So it seems like tanks, APC, something like that. They said that the intent is to offer more ways for players to traverse the map early on in a match and to create interesting combined arms action in the process. So we'll see more about that with the armored vehicles if they go further into that. So they said tactical destruction. Destruction will be everywhere in this mode, from creating pathways through walls to toppling buildings. We look forward to seeing players' ingenuity, maybe? Let's see, with destruction and how they use it to defeat their opponents. So You guys already know like how Warzone is. People are like camping in buildings and stuff, and the only way you can really get them is either go in there and kill them, like hopefully outplay them, or you can grenade them out. Battlefield, it's different. You're in the corner, and we know you're in the corner. Guess what? Either if you got a tank or something like that, or just an RPG, blast that freaking corner, blow it out, either kill that, it will either kill that person, or they'll be so weak and then you just pop them and then somebody else pop them. So all right, so then it said squad play, meaning 4-man, I'm guessing because it's squad. For this test, each match will feature 100 players organized into 25 4-player squads. Yeah, so playing squads, fighting to be the last one standing, communicating with your squad through pings, texts, or VoIP. Aims to boost the experience and enhance their tactical options. Second chances. Between the support class revives and mobile redeploy options, there are multiple tools to keep your squad in the fight. So I think with support, they're not going to have defibs. I think it's just going to be faster revive. It could have the defibs in there. I'm not sure if I saw it in leak or anything like that. But I think what it's going to be is like everybody has the same amount of revives, like revive speed, except support is going to be a little bit faster. It's not going to be instant. Now, the mobile redeploy, I know people are thinking like the squad spawns, but I saw in the leak that there's like little stations that you can, like, if you interact with it, then like you can spawn your teammate in. So it's not like Warzone where you have to, like, you know, if you just have money, you can just instantly buy somebody back. You have to call it in, and if you successfully do it, then like your team can spawn in. High risk or high reward. Now they said the deadliest ring in BR. I mean, people have seen it during the LAN event where you see the fire and everything. This is pretty much what it's talking about. So let's see what they're talking about. The deadliest ring in BR. We set out to bring the most dangerous ring in gaming to Battle Royale. It instantly kills players upon contact. With urgent warnings as the fire approaches, soldiers will be pushed into more intense firefights as the game space continues to shrink. There's no jumping in and out of it, no using it for cover, no walking through it. If you get caught in it, you are done. We're excited to see how the ring affects the pace of the game and how it creates spontaneous showdowns. So yeah, going back to Warzone stuff, you know how people would be hopping in and out doing gas mask techniques or stims, things like that. Even in Battlefield 5, when they had Firestorm, you can be in the fire and you see your person burning and everything, and you see everything engulfed in flames. But the thing is, when you hit that barrier to like get out of it, it gets very bright, so it obscures your vision and you could just get popped because you can't see. But this one, there's like, no, ring touches you die. Now you can still play edge, but the thing is, you got to be very careful not to get caught by the edge of the ring and, you know, die. I do like this because now people have to play positions very well. They can't just sit here and be like, oh, we'll just camp this area and, you know, that's it. And also they said that it continues to shrink. So that means it's not like any of the zones that we have seen in previous battle royales where it shrinks to a certain point and then stops, and then there's like a timer saying like, you know, until the next ring. It just constantly shrinks and shrinks and shrinks, which I like. That means you can't predict where I think it's like you cannot predict exactly where the next ring is going to be. It's like not like another circle. It just constantly shrinks, which me personally, I think is awesome, because you really have to like plan and think ahead. Like, okay, you know, we're trying to get to end game. We gotta play these positions. And the thing is, it's very random. So there could be at times where you are in a completely open spot and the ring's closing in, and it's pretty much whoever makes the next move, like whoever makes the first move or and spotted, like that's it. Now, another thing that's probably gonna make that people are talking about that may make them upset is, again, having these heavy armored vehicles. If you are the last one alive and your teammates who are engineers are dead and you are the last person, hopefully you got some C4 that you found somewhere or something to possibly take out that tank. If not, then it's pretty much GG's and the people in the tank win. My thing is, I hope with the tank they do like Battlefield 5's Firestorm, where it's limited on gas and also on ammunition. This is something that I actually talked to the developers about when we were QA testing. They were like, hey, let's just test out armored vehicles. I did, and we were just like, it's too OP. Like, anybody that has an armored vehicle at the very end of the game, they're going to be the two teams that are left. Or if it's a team that if it's only one team that has an armored vehicle, it's pretty much GG's, because not everybody is running an engineer. It almost seems like engineer is very reliant on this. You have to have a full squad of engineers to get kills on tanks, but we'll see. All right, so then they said that classes, training, and traits. They said that each squad gets to plan and choose which of the classes that they will bring to the battle. So basically choosing your classes, from a balanced squad of all 4 classes to a focused squad that is all 1 class, which you're probably going to see a lot of support teams. Your team will use the unique strengths and weaknesses of their class to adapt and overcome the unique tactical scenarios they encounter in the Battle Royale experience. Once a match begins, players are not able to change their class for the rest of the match. You can't be like, oh, I'm recon, and then you want to end up being an engineer. Now, my thing is, I think this goes towards looting, if I'm correct, because when they say like once you can't choose your person, like once you choose your class, you can't change it. So I think that means weapon wise in loadouts, or not loadouts, in drops, you know, like pickups and stuff. So like when you open up a crate, if you're a recon, you're probably gonna get like a DMR or sniper rifle, like most of the time. And then same thing, like, you know, if you're an engineer, you probably get like a carbine or SMG. So you're gonna get like an AR. A support, you're gonna get like an LMG. I think it's something like that. You're gonna get stuff along your class setup if you are the one to open up the chest or crate or something like that. That's what I'm thinking. Now, if it's like, hey, if you need like an AR and you're like recon, maybe a teammate can open up the crate for you, and then like you grab the AR. It's just something that I'm taking a wild guess out of. So then they said the players start the match with 2 default gadgets from their chosen class. Each match players level up by earning XP through a variety of methods, such as defeating an enemy, so getting kills, bonus for finishing off the squad, so getting squad wipe, or completing missions. So there's going to be like missions or bounties or whatever on the map, just like Warzone, which is nice. Be on the lookout for intel cases. Finding these is crucial as they provide XP for the whole squad. Okay. So we get so I wonder if the thing is, if you're getting kills and everything, getting the XP, I wonder if that still helps the squad out, or if it's only helping that person out. Obviously the intel cases is for everybody, but I wonder if the XP is like not as much XP for the whole squad. Like, you know, say, let's just say for instance, you get 50 or something like that, or when you get a kill, it's like 100. But then if you get like intel case, you get like 250 or something like that. And it's for like distributes out to the whole squad. I wonder if it's like that. As players level up through their class's training, they will gain access to new traits that enhance their chosen class and give both them and their squad a tactical edge in the match. One example would be assault class being faster in equipping an armor plate, which makes them harder to defeat in their next or current firefight. So again, I think what a lot of people are gonna be doing, they're gonna run like 2 assaults and like 2 supports. I feel like that's what's going to happen, because support's going to have something. I know it's going to have something where it's like faster revives and like suppression or something like that. I feel like it's going to have something like that. Like, you know, when you throw out an armor, when you throw out an ammo crate, it's also going to heal, something like that. I feel like that's what it's going to be, like an upgrade for one of the supports, maybe. And then again, assault having armor plates. Honestly, I think that assault, just to be honest, shouldn't have like equipping armor plate faster. I think what they should have is a plate bag. They should be able to like deploy, like throw a bag out and have your team like stock up on plates. That's just me personally, because that would just help out the team. That'd help out the team more. Because I can see right now people are going to like probably play this game with a squad or whatever, but then they're gonna go off and do their own thing and like as a assault, and pretty much like they're gonna go around and try to get kills and everything. But remember, this ain't like Call of Duty, and they're gonna get trashed. They're gonna get like freaking stomped on. So that's just my thing. That's my whole thing when I think about the armor plates and stuff. Confirmed, armor plates are going to be in the Battle Royale. So then they said in Battlefield Labs, we will be watching how players use the classes to build the most effective squads and how their unique traits contribute throughout each game. For example, they say here, just how critical is the support class's supply crate for maintaining ammo? Now, hopefully they have a longer cooldown in Battle Royale, because just think spamming the ammo crate every time, it's just good. I feel like it's going to be very busted, very busted. And also another thing is the ammo crate that support throws down, can support get rockets out of that? Can they get extra rockets? If not, then I wonder what they're going to do for that. How are engineers going to get extra rockets, or be able to resupply their rocket launcher? Would they have to go loot another one? Because we already know one of the gadgets for engineers is, it's just a given, is going, like, you're going to get a rocket launcher because you need to have something that has some offense to it. Just thinking about Assault, by playing the beta, Assault had grenade launchers, so you already know they're probably gonna have grenade launchers, and they're probably gonna have the little med pen. Maybe Support, they're gonna have the armor, or they're gonna have the ammo crate, which we already know. But are they going to have like a barrier? Are they going to have like some sort of, I don't think they're going to have defibs. I don't think they're going to have that, but like some sort of defense. It feels like they're going to have like some sort of offense and some sort of defense for each class. And not engineers, recons, I'm not entirely sure what they're going to have. I don't think that they're going to have the drone, because I feel like that would be a little OP. So I think they could probably have like the TUGS, the tugs, where you plant it down and like it spots people in that vicinity. Or who knows, maybe it can have, if they bring it from 2042, if they have motion sensor grenades, maybe they'll be armed with that. I don't know. They said the arms race. Here we go. So they said throughout each match, players will explore the map, complete missions, and battle for loot to determine their arsenal. There are 5 tiers of weapons to loot along with attachments. It sounds like the weapons are already going to be kitted from what it sounds like. It sounds like they're already going to have, like, they're going to be already kitted weapons. So if I pick up a common, let's say a common M4, it's going to have like probably a red dot sight on there, like one attachment probably on there, like a red dot sight, maybe some type of foregrip, or maybe a magazine, a different magazine. That's what I'm guessing. So let's see here. So then they said with attachments, throwables, example is going to be frag grenades, gadgets, RPGs, strike packages with airstrikes, so you can call in airstrikes. Okay. Armor upgrade kits, so you will be able to upgrade your weapon, which is nice, and custom drops of favorited weapons. So does that mean, is there loadouts, or is it just like preset weapons already made like in the game that are gonna drop in? I wonder if it's just like already preset like like if it's like a preset loadout weapon that's just like given in the game and it's not like a custom one. I think that's okay, because that kind of gives like the vibe of you play what you got in that match, right? That's what it feels like to me, and I like that. That's what made me love PUBG, where it's like, yeah, you still got to get your attachments and everything, but everybody has access to the same weapons and everything like that. If you go for a drop and you pick the weapon out of the drop, like, it's not like a secret, you know, it's not like, you know, somebody has like I don't know, like a 40 round, you know, AR mag or a 50 round AR mag with a long extended barrel that pretty much has like no recoil, compared to like, you know, Joe Schmo that just started the game and doesn't have anything, you know. I hope it's just, like I said, I hope it's just like preset loadouted weapons. If they are doing loadouts, have preset loadout weapon, it just gets dropped in the game. That's what I'm hoping, because that's something also I liked when Warzone, when like season 0 of Warzone, when it first brand new, when it came out, was a lot of people were just using just weapons on the ground, and I loved it. These items can be found across the experience through general loot crates, class specific crates, unlocking armored trucks, mission rewards, or looting defeated enemies. Okay, so the basics. Somebody dies and they have the weapon, you can pick up like their weapon, their load. Let's say I was gonna say their loadout, but I think it's just the weapon. Armored trucks. I wonder if when they mean armored trucks, is it trucks that you are driving, or is it trucks that are like just scattered around the map, and when you can, like, if you're somehow able to unlock the truck, you pull it out, like, I don't know, out of a trunk or something. That's what I'm wondering. Class specific crates, that means loot crates, and then general loot crates. Okay, so then they said missions. So these are like little bounties that will be all over the map, like how Warzone is, I'm believing. Missions will have squads try to complete objectives that offer extra rewards to gain a competitive edge over their opponents. Tasks range from unlocking high value caches to planting explosives to eliminate mission critical targets. Okay, so I wonder for the planting explosives to eliminate mission critical targets, I will say, when I QA test, they had this in here, but they were wondering how it worked out. They were wondering how doing these missions, like basically we were testing to see how the missions will work, if it's actually be rewarding to the people that did it, because obviously planting explosives, obviously it ain't quiet, you know, there has to be some sort of alertness, right? Now, I don't know if they're gonna have it where, like, you know, a team can come in, like, intercept, they defuse it, and then like they plant the bomb or something like that, and then when they blow up, they get it. I wonder if it's like that. Not entirely sure. So that one's interesting. So let's see here. They said that mission details will outline the available rewards like weapon cache, vehicle key, or mobile redeploy unit. So is it like a portable spawn, like a portable redeploy maybe that they give you? That'd be kind of interesting. Vehicle key, it looks like that's to open up the container to get a vehicle, to get like probably a tank or something. Weapon cache, it's probably like, hey, calling in a weapon drop, and it's like for you and your team, probably. So then they said leaving it up to each squad to decide if the risk is worth the potential reward. Once the mission objective is complete, rewards are airdropped in. Okay, so they're gonna come in. Okay, so squads should stay alert for others who may attempt to steal them. Now, I wonder for the vehicle key, I wonder if that's like in a, well, I mean, it could be in a supply drop, maybe. I'm not sure. I would think like once you complete it, like at least like it would just pop right there, I guess. I don't know. And like somebody would pick it up. I'm somehow thinking like Warzone, how like when you do the recons and like after you're done with the recons, it just like pours out the stuff. So let's see here. They said these missions are crafted to challenge your squad's teamwork and reward precise execution under pressure, with the potential to shift the momentum of battle, loot armor, and how players engage with missions are key to the flow of play, and we can't wait to see how players connect and push these areas of gameplay in Battlefield Labs. So drop in. Testing this new mode and all of its features with the community is the true power of Battlefield Labs. Yes, as long as they are going with the community, they are taking the community's feedback. The community, not influencers, not streamers. I mean, community as a whole. So it could be streamers and stuff as well, but I mean, it has to be along with the community. It can't just be based off of just content creators alone. No, please don't do that. Let's see. It says, we are excited to hear about players' experiences as they explore the ins and outs of this battle royale done in the Battlefield way. We look forward to sharing more details after the testing is complete and we've reviewed the feedback from players. Stay connected, share your feedback, and be part of the conversation. Make sure to join our official Battlefield Discord server and visit battlefield.com/labs for more information on how you can sign up. Stay tuned for more updates, and thank you for being part of the journey, the Battlefield team. Now, they said, oh, there's more. So they said this announcement may change as we listen to the community feedback and continue developing and evolving our live service and content. We will always strive to keep our community as informed as possible. Okay, this is great information. I'm glad that they're very transparent with what they're doing. Now, I know people are saying 100 players right here. They're saying, like, you know, for the map, they're saying that, you know, having 25 squads, 25 squads, I think is good for now, because it's basically testing stability for the servers and everything like that, and making sure there's no crashes, things like that. I will say for QA testing, we had to do this as well. Like, we even did higher counts, but the thing is, the servers were like, we only ran 2 servers, and the thing is, it got very laggy, very buggy, and like, who knows, maybe they improved it, because it's been a few months now since I was able to play it and everything like that, or test it. So I wonder if they are working up to, like, you know, probably getting 125 players in, or like 120 players, 100 something, where it's like obviously squad 4, right? Now people are wondering, is there going to be solos? Is there going to be trios? Is it going to be, you know, solos, duos, trios, and squads, or is it just going to be squads? I think personally, for now, they're doing squads, obviously for the, you know, the team play experience. And then who knows? I think the next best thing that they're probably going to do is probably do a duos. If they're going to expand it, I think they're going to probably do duos next to see how it is doing like a 2-team dynamic. With going with 100 players on the map, I think with the duos is going to be insane. People are saying, like, I'm curious what the map's going to be like. Is it going to be huge? And people are thinking, like, you know, is it going to be like super spacious where, you know, you're not going to be able to see people for a while? Basically, Battle Royale is going to be like Battle Royale. If everybody finds, like, you know, that POI that's a hot spot, which damn near every game, like, there's always going to be a POI hotspot. PUBG, there was like the school. When it was Fortnite, you know, Tilted Towers, you know, things like that. Warzone was Superstore. This is pretty much like, we're going to find a common area where it's going to be the designated hot drop. It's just pretty much what it's going to be, which I think is going to be pretty cool. So I don't think it's going to be like, obviously a run and gun where you can just like easily just run around and like just murk people. I think what's going to happen is it's going to be somewhat of a slow pace, but communicating with your squad is going to be crucial. I don't think you're going to be able to just run around and try to murk murk a whole squad, especially having plates in the game. So ammo is going to be a big thing. Plates. Now, I'm not sure if there's different variations of plates, but I will say when we were testing the game, we already found the meta, which I hope that they fixed. Like, was with weapon balancing. Pretty much what it was is, if you had a high fire rate weapon, like if you had something that, I don't know, shot over, like something that was like over 900 RPM, you were going to win regardless. It doesn't matter if you had an LMG and you shot first. If you had an SMG and you're about probably 100 meters out, you would win. But again, like I said, that's when I tested, and it was very interesting. Very, very interesting. So here we have somebody that is playing the Battle Royale. You see there's a boat. There's going to be a little bit of naval warfare, which is pretty cool. Again, this person broke NDA. So this right here looks like a respawn, and maybe it looks like it. It looks like it's some type of mobile respawn. I think they just popped in plates. Let's see here. So it looks like it's, I don't know, it's so blended in. So yeah, okay, so there is a difference of plates. So it goes blue plates and then purple. So purple, I'm guessing, it takes more bullets to break. And now I'm trying to figure out, is it one full bar or if it's like individual bars? And like, if you like, I'm trying to figure out how like the armor plate breaking is. That's my question. Is it like if you break a single you know, if it's individual bars and you break the first bar, is like if the first bar depletes, is it like a broken, like do you get a broken sound, or do you have to completely destroy somebody's plates, like a plate set? That's what I'm wondering. So it looks like this is did they do a mission or something? Okay, so it looked like they completed a mission. They got a reward. Yeah, so they completed a mission, got a reward. That looked like smoke, like a smoke screen, maybe. Okay, and then it automatically airdrops supply. So somebody got plates, purple plates. I'm not sure exactly because this is on Twitter, so the quality is pretty bad. Okay, so we know there's airdrops. Let's see here. They got a key, so they open up the container. Okay, so they got an APC, so that's the armored vehicle. Now I'm wondering, when they say you're getting stuff out of armored vehicles, I'm wondering what it's going to be. That's the whole thing I'm curious about. Now, looking at it, it doesn't look like they have, so ammo. Okay, hold on. So let me go back. Ammunition, it is limited, 8 out of 36. Okay, so it has limited ammo, which is good. Now my question is there like some sort of limit of how much fuel you have? Because just think, when you run out of ammo, like people would just sit in the tank and would just sit there and like just drive around or whatever. And if you are the last person alive, are you going to, and you don't have like rockets or any explosives, and this person doesn't have ammo in a tank, they can literally just run you over. Like how is that going to work out? Now they did run out of ammo pretty quick. They're at 1 out of 14, what it looks like. Yeah. Now, and another thing is there a resupply station for these tanks, or do you have to, like, once you're out of ammo, you're out of ammo? That's what I'm wondering. They went to a station, a repair station. That's what it looks like. Some sort of repair station, I think. They still have 4. Oh, they're getting ammo. Oh, that's going to be a problem. That is going to be a problem. They're getting ammo as they sit at that station. Yeah, and it just comes back. I think that right there is gonna be a problem, because then there's gonna be people that are just gonna be camping these stations, and as they're sitting there, they're just regenerating ammunition. That's gonna be a problem. I hope that doesn't happen. Let me see if they do it again. If not, hopefully it's just a one-time thing. But if you can just go back to a station and just constantly refill on ammo, that's gonna be broken as hell. Honestly, I think it should be like, once you're out of ammo, you're out of ammo. That's what I would hope it would be, but I guess not. I want to see if when somebody hits them with a rocket. And I'm just like looking at the bottom of this bar right here. So what was that? Somebody throw a C4 at them? No, they got hit with like a javelin or something. So it took down 3 bars. That's not bad I don't think that's bad as a rocket. The rocket damage, it could be a little stronger. I don't know. But it all depends on this situation that they have, or like I said, the vehicle. So, okay, so they're sitting there. I'm looking at the ammo. Do they refill on ammo? No, they drove off. I don't know, because they were getting hit, if they were getting ammo again. Obviously, repair with a repair tool. I don't think the repair station should give them ammo. I don't think it should. I really don't. So this is the armor truck, right? No, that was an ambulance. The hell's an ambulance having ammo and stuff in there? What the hell? So there's still nothing. Okay. I think this is the mobile the mobile spawn. So they called it in, and there was a ring. So I think you got to stay in the ring, and then once you do that, you stay in the ring, and once the meter fills up, probably. Oh, he just died. Oh, the whole team got wiped, or is he just dead? They placed 8th. Okay, so the whole squad got wiped. APC, or the APC. I think that is going to be an issue with the station, with the ammo station. I think that's going to be a problem. Again, because you can literally just sit there and just grab ammo again. What's this thing? What'd they say? Technical director Christian Bulls told IGN that Battlefield 6 cosmetics will be grounded based on realistic shooter, but only for a while. Please don't make it crazy. Other games can and should be whatever they want to be, right? Laughs. Like, I don't know, Fortnite is pretty goofy, and that game is pretty good. So I think we're pretty happy with where we are. We are gritty, grounded, realistic shooter. That's what we intend to be, and that's what the game is going to look like for a while. Please don't do anything. Please don't down the road change anything, put any crazy skins in there. Please don't. See what Ender says. People are reading too much into this. They aren't going to add some grounded military stuff and then add an Elmo skin. I doubt it'll go the COD skin route. Who knows? Because another thing, and this is the last thing I will talk about. The thing is, people are very concerned about Battle Royale already being in Battlefield because they're afraid of how Call of Duty went. Call of Duty has a Battle Royale route, right? Multiplayer, like campaign multiplayer, zombies, or like some other mode, right? And then they introduced Warzone. The Warzone was doing very well, obviously, during quarantine. Well, the thing is, what happened after that was it did so well that they were starting to shift focus into the Battle Royale. And that's something that people in Battlefield are concerned about, that they're going to shift all their focus on the Battle Royale and not cater towards multiplayer multiplayer and stuff like that, because not everybody's going to be playing Battle Royale. A lot of people are going to still play multiplayer because they're going to play Breakthrough, they're going to play Rush, they're going to play Conquest and stuff like that, and still have a good time and everything like that. So my thing is, hopefully that they evenly balance out the development. I don't want them to cater towards, like, you know, leaning towards one side of it where it's like, oh, we're only going to do multiplayer, you know, and then screw Battle Royale, or do the worst thing where they're like, hey, we're going to do Battle Royale and just forget about multiplayer. And the thing is, having weapon balancing is another big thing. It's another huge thing. Having weapon balancing for multiplayer and Battle Royale, I'm not sure how that's going to work out, because again, having an M4 in multiplayer and mowing down like 5-6 people, probably using 2 magazines, is different from mowing down a full squad with the same magazine, because they got plates. So I hope that a gun is underpowered in the Battle Royale doesn't affect the gun in multiplayer. That's already okay. That's already good, right? I don't want it to be like that gets buffed and then they're like, well, guess what? It's buffed in multiplayer, and then they got to nerf that one and somehow try to balance it in Battle Royale. Hopefully it's like, hopefully, let me put it this way. Hopefully they have 2 packages for the weapons. For M4s, they have the M4 variant of multiplayer, and then they have the M4 variant for Battle Royale, where it's like the M4 for Battle Royale may be a little stronger, or it may not have that much speed for the RPM of, like, for the rate of fire, right? But then with multiplayer, it's a completely different thing. That's what I'm hoping that they've done. I know it's more work and everything, but again, I feel like it will pay off in the long run. That's what I'm thinking. I think it's going to pay off in the long run, because that means it doesn't affect the multiplayer aspect. Now, when multiplayer, they do some updates on their weapons and everything, you know, and they want to buff a weapon or something like that, then it just only affects the multiplayer side. It doesn't affect Battle Royale side. That's my whole thing. That's all I got for the video. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you guys reached this long, I know I was rambling everywhere, but yeah, I think that Battle Royale, personally, I don't think it was needed. I'm gonna be straight up honest. I said it to the devs. I was like, I don't think Battle Royale is needed, but this was already a predetermined thing. They're like, we're putting a Battle Royale and then we're gonna try it again. I'm like, okay. But the thing is, please balance it out. Make sure that it's going towards, you know, obviously you're catering the core community, and also, you know, as you are bringing in the Battle Royale side. That's my thing. Then if this goes very well and we have the balancing and everything, I think this game is going to be promising. And to be honest, it's going to really it's really going to put pressure on the neck of Call of Duty. Because remember, Call of Duty has been, you know, multiplayer and Battle Royale for so long and not having competition, and it got too relaxed. And now that Battlefield is coming out pretty soon. Actually, it's going to be less than a month as it's recording. Yeah, it's going to be, I think, a very good competitor for Call of Duty. It's going to make Call of Duty run for the money. Is it going to kill Call of Duty? I don't think it's going to kill Call of Duty. People want to keep saying, like, you know, this game and that game is going to be the Call of Duty killer, but I don't think it's going to happen. Now, I will say that, sorry, I'm going to say one more thing. What do you think about the crossplay? I know there's going to be some people on console that are not going to, they're going to turn off crossplay. And because the thing is that they did say, that same person, Christian Ball, I think his name is, he said that if you turn crossplay off and you're on console, Xbox and PlayStation are going to play together. They're going to be able to play together. But the thing is, I saw somewhere that mouse and keyboard is still supported on consoles. So people are going to be using Zims and whatever the hell those devices are called, and that's gonna be an issue. I think personally, what they should do is take a page out of XDefiant's book and have input-based matchmaking. So whatever is detected on the system, that is what you are matchmaking with. If crossplay is off or on, it could be whatever. So if you're playing on mouse and key, and if you're trying to be slick, play mouse and key on console, you'll get put into a lobby that has PC, obviously mouse and key. If you're on controller input, you know, you get put in with consoles and also with PC if you have the crossplay on. Now, if you have crossplay off, depending on what system you're playing on, if you're playing on PC and you have controller, you're playing on against PC controller players. I think that is the way to go. I know it causes more division, but they're saying to combat cheaters and things like that. Well, again, some people just don't want to play with mouse and keyboard. I'm just saying, and probably some mouse and keyboards don't want to play with controllers. It is what it is. I know for playing on Xbox, it's a crutch. It's literally a crutch, like compared to PC and PlayStation, because we're sitting there, we're locked at whatever frames we're gonna be, probably 60, maybe 120, who knows, but we're locked to that. PlayStation, you can change it, vary between 60 and 120, I believe, and then obviously PC, you could put it to God knows whatever you want. I know some Xbox players may want to go that route. I don't know. I would just speak for myself. If because I got it for Xbox, and I'm most likely gonna get it for PC too, because also I feel like I know for sure I'm gonna support this game. So I'm gonna get a PC and I'm gonna get it on Xbox. Hopefully they have the cross progression, maybe like they have now in this, like with Battlefield 2042, because I can have the same stuff here and go on my PC and play Battlefield 2042. But anyway, I hope that the game 100% Hopefully the game flourishes. I know when the game first come out, just being completely honest, there is going to be a long playthrough because the first thing we're doing is we're playing campaign. I don't care what anybody says. Everybody can play Battle Royale if it comes out. People can play multiplayer when it comes out. I'm strictly going for campaign because I want to see what the campaign is like. I haven't played a Battlefield campaign in a very long time. I'm sorry, I'm rambling everywhere. I can't wait for this game to come out. We'll see what happens with the Battle Royale. I know people said that the Battle Royale looks unfinished. It looks very tacky. Again, it's all in testing. We still got some time. We got less than a month so they can put in more aesthetics and things like that. Right now they're just doing functionality, which I think is the best thing to do. Do functionality, make sure everything works correctly, and then start adding in the aesthetics. That's how you do it. That's the correct way to do it in game designing and things like that. So anyway, let me know in the comments what you guys think about the whole thing with Battlefield. And also let me know in the comments as well, what are you going to be doing first when you play Battlefield? Are you going to play the campaign? Are you going to do multiplayer? Are you going to go into the Battle Royale if the Battle Royale is available? Or also another thing, goodness, I'm sorry, if you are hoping for the Battle Royale, do you think it's going to come out when the game comes out, or do you think it's going to be like probably a week later, maybe 2 weeks later, maybe a month later? What do you think is going to happen? And also, is this going to make Call of Duty kick it into high gear? I don't think it's going to happen with Black Ops 7. I think it's going to happen with Modern Warfare 4 that they already are talking about, which I think is still crazy. I swear, I'm done talking. Top channel. I'll see you guys later. Have a good one. Peace.